You know, I was just sitting here watching a video by a lady named PyroClown. It's an interesting name, by the way. And in that video, she was kind of talking about the difference between death in a video game and death in the real world. You know, and naturally that kind of went around to God and kind of a difference. Good and evil, death, destruction, homicide, if you will. And really, when I was thinking about these points that people always bring up, they always say, if God exists, why does He allow all this suffering and the starvation and the death, the dying? People being tortured because they have some information for these dudes in Black Ops, if you will. And to that, I would really say, God doesn't really care, honestly. And God, of course, I mean, just the higher power. For lack of a better word, I'm just going to call Him God. You can sub in there Allah, Yahweh, whatever you want. God really doesn't care, if you ask me, about what happens to us, because we are placed here on the earth to die. Sure, He stops some people, or supposedly He stops some people from dying. You know, I was about to fall out of a building, and some wind came up and pushed me back in. Not saying that ever happened, you know. And it just kind of interests me, you know. I mean, why would God care if we died? Because we are supposedly placed on this earth to die. That's the main point of us being around. We're supposed to die. We're supposed to bite the dust, you know? It's kind of interesting, if you know, and this really kind of goes around to this whole subject of religion. And when I think about religion, I really think about these really, like, evil dudes, you know? Terrorists, and of course, I have a particular disdain for TV evangelists who, you know, take old ladies' retirement funds. You know, there's just something wicked about the way that religion is portrayed, and I think that kind of sours some people on it. And I just, as kind of a disclaimer here, I am in no way a religious figure of any kind. I just, over my years of living, I've kind of made a thought in my mind that there's really something about a higher power that kind of makes me believe in it, just because I know that maybe I just want to feel good. I don't know. Feel that you know, I have a plan, that my life doesn't mean just the sum total of 100 years of pooping and procreating, you know. It's something like I'm meant to live on forever, mainly because I really can't think about this whole prospect of dying and going on, you know, like we do in our games all the time. We just die. That's just what we do in games. Really makes me think that, and I'm going to get onto a point that I like to beat on a little bit here. It's that people just need to be nice. I know that people need to be nice because, well, if you look at it from a religious point of view, pretty much every single god or goddess tells us to be nice, you know? It tells us to be tolerant of others, to love one another, you know? And, well, when I think about it, do you really think a higher power would be so petty and, I don't know, close-minded as to only say that, you know, if you bow towards Mecca every four or five times a day, then you'll get into heaven. But, you know, if you sit there and pray at your bed every night, you won't. I don't think that. I think that talking to God, once again, you know, God doesn't mean God, Christian God. God just means higher power, period. You can substitute anything you want in there. That really, are you so close-minded as to think that God only hears your prayers if you, meditate as Buddhists or bow towards Mecca, Muslims, or pray like we do in church, or really like me, I talk to God whenever I feel like I need to talk to somebody, and I don't do it in any certain way. I just talk, kind of like I talk to you guys, only I talk to him about my problems, and once again, him, I really don't think of him as him. I don't really know what he, for lack of a better term, is. Maybe he's like sexless, I don't know. But, really, I just talk to him when I feel that I need to talk to somebody. When I need to talk to something, get stuff off my chest, just say it, But, yeah, I really believe that God, once again, God, God will hear you if you are talking to him. Period. Because it's a higher power, he's a higher power because he can do anything he wants. If he wants to make rain purple, he can make rain purple. Though that's kind of something weird, Rain purple, Really, I think that we just need to be nice to each other and tolerant, and everything will work out in the end. And that's all that I've ever really said about religion, It's an interesting thought to wrap your mind around. Well, anyways, this has been Char. I'm gonna go and play some more Black Ops, send some more people to find out. See ya.